Imagine this. What if humanity could one day live on Mars? How close are we to turning that dream into reality? SpaceX is doing things that once felt like science fiction. From launching cars into orbit to aiming for a self-sustaining colony on Mars, they've broken every rule in the book of traditional space travel. But this isn't just about launching rockets. It's about setting humanity on a new course, one that takes us beyond the bounds of Earth and into the far reaches of space. In this video, we'll dive deep into SpaceX's incredible story, from how it began to the game-changing breakthroughs that have made it one of the most innovative companies of our time. We'll uncover the vision that's pushing the boundaries of what's possible and explore some mind-bending what-ifs. What if Mars becomes humanity's next home? What if rockets become as common as airplanes? But before we get started, I'd love to know, what part of space travel fascinates you the most? Drop a comment below, and let's see where our imaginations overlap. Let's go back to the early 2000s. Elon Musk, already known for his successes with companies like PayPal, had a bold vision to make space travel affordable and ultimately create a future where humanity could live on another planet. But back then, the idea sounded like pure fantasy. Rockets were incredibly expensive, and each launch was basically a one-way trip with hardware lost forever. Musk knew that if we ever hoped to explore or even live on another planet, this model would have to change. So Musk invested $100 million of his own money and founded SpaceX in 2002. But imagine the challenges. Building rockets from scratch, competing with established giants, and doing it all without government support. The first rocket, Falcon 1, was built with a small, scrappy team. They were ambitious, but success was far from guaranteed. Each launch was crucial, and in those early years, SpaceX faced failure after failure. Rockets exploded, funds dwindled, and the future of SpaceX looked uncertain. After 3 failed launches, Musk was down to one final attempt. SpaceX's fate rested on this single mission: succeed, or the company would be over. Against all odds, on September 28, 2008, Falcon 1 finally reached orbit, making SpaceX the first private company to achieve this milestone. It was a historic turning point, a moment that proved private companies could make space travel affordable. Imagine if every airplane needed to be thrown away after a single flight. Air travel would be so expensive, only the wealthiest could afford it. That's exactly how space travel used to be. Rockets were one-time use, and every mission meant building an entirely new vehicle from scratch. Elon Musk and the SpaceX team realized that if they could reuse rockets, space travel costs would plummet, making ambitious projects like Mars colonization more feasible. To make this dream a reality, SpaceX developed the Falcon 9, a rocket designed to be reused after each launch. But making a rocket land back on Earth was an engineering challenge on another level. The Falcon 9 needed to launch, deliver its payload into space, and then, in a feat that sounded more like a sci-fi movie, return to Earth and land safely on a tiny platform. Early attempts resulted in spectacular crashes, with rockets either exploding on impact or tipping over in dramatic failures. However, after years of trial and error, on December 21, 2015, SpaceX achieved the seemingly impossible. The Falcon 9 landed safely back on Earth. This was a historic milestone, not just for SpaceX, but for the entire field of space exploration. It showed the world that space missions could be cheaper, marking a turning point that would push humanity toward regular and affordable space access. SpaceX had already made waves with the Falcon 9, but Elon Musk had his sights set on something even bigger: the Falcon Heavy. Designed to be the most powerful operational rocket in the world, the Falcon Heavy was capable of lifting nearly 64 metric tons into orbit. That's more than double the payload capacity of any other rocket at the time, and it opened up a world of possibilities for larger missions and deeper space exploration. SpaceX had already made waves with the Falcon 9, but Elon Musk had his sights set on something even bigger: the Falcon Heavy. Designed to be the most powerful operational rocket in the world, the Falcon Heavy could lift nearly 64 metric tons into orbit, more than double the payload capacity of any other rocket at the time. This power opened up new possibilities for missions that would have previously been out of reach, such as deep space exploration and heavy cargo delivery to other planets. On February 6, 2018, the Falcon Heavy took off on its maiden flight with an unforgettable payload, Elon Musk's personal Tesla Roadster, complete with a dummy astronaut nicknamed Starman. As it drifted through space with "Don't Panic" displayed on the dashboard, it wasn't just a demonstration of SpaceX's technological achievement. It was a symbol of a new era in space exploration. The striking visuals of a car floating in the vastness of space, with Earth in the background, captured the public's imagination and reminded everyone of the sheer wonder of space. But this rocket wasn't just for show. The Falcon Heavy's power meant that SpaceX could now deliver satellites of unprecedented size, support research for deep space missions, and potentially even send humans on interplanetary journeys in the future. It marked a turning point for commercial spaceflight, proving that private companies could take on ambitious tasks once reserved for government agencies. Reaching Mars has been a dream for scientists and visionaries for decades, but for Elon Musk and SpaceX, Mars is more than just a dream. It's the ultimate goal. Musk envisions a future where humans live on Mars, building self-sustaining cities that serve as a backup for humanity's survival. But turning Mars from a barren planet into a livable place presents a colossal challenge. To bring this vision to life, SpaceX is developing Starship, a next-generation spacecraft designed for interplanetary travel. Unlike previous rockets, Starship is intended to be fully reusable, capable of carrying up to 100 passengers per flight and potentially making multiple trips between Earth and Mars. With a planned height of nearly 400 feet and a payload capacity that dwarfs even the Falcon Heavy, Starship could redefine the future of space travel, becoming a workhorse for interplanetary missions. But reaching Mars is only half the battle. The real challenge lies in making it habitable. Mars has an atmosphere that's too thin to support human life, extreme temperatures, and very limited water resources. SpaceX would need to generate breathable air, find ways to grow food, and provide shelter from harsh radiation. Musk has even suggested that one day we might terraform Mars, a process that would involve altering its climate and atmosphere to make it more Earth-like. While that idea is a distant dream, it shows the ambitious scope of SpaceX's vision. Today, SpaceX is conducting regular test flights with Starship prototypes in Texas. Some tests have been spectacular successes, while others have ended in fiery explosions. But each test is a critical step toward a Mars-ready spacecraft. In Musk's view, these tests, no matter the outcome, are part of the journey to a future where humanity has a second home among the stars. So, what if humans could live on Mars? Imagine waking up on another planet, with Earth a distant point of light in the sky. What would it be like to build a new society on a barren, red world? SpaceX's mission to Mars isn't just a scientific project. It's a daring leap into the unknown, where every discovery brings us closer to the possibility of life beyond Earth. SpaceX's journey to becoming a leader in space travel has been anything but smooth. Along the way, the company faced setbacks that could have ended its mission entirely. From failed rocket launches to financial struggles, SpaceX's path was filled with moments of doubt and near disaster. During its early years, SpaceX's rockets often failed to launch successfully. The first 3 Falcon 1 missions ended in catastrophic failures, costing the company millions and bringing it to the edge of bankruptcy. With each failure, investors grew wary, and the pressure on Musk and his team intensified. By the time of the 4th launch attempt, SpaceX was down to its last financial reserves, knowing that one more failure could mean the end. But it was this relentless drive to succeed that pushed them through. After 3 failures, the 4th Falcon 1 launch finally succeeded, marking a turning point in SpaceX's history. This success showed the world that they could overcome even the toughest odds and laid the foundation for the breakthroughs that followed. It's fascinating to think about. What do you think drives someone to keep pushing forward despite overwhelming setbacks? Do you think you would have continued in Musk's shoes? Let us know in the comments. SpaceX isn't just focused on reaching Mars. The company has even bigger plans for the future of human space travel. From space tourism to interplanetary exploration, SpaceX envisions a future where traveling to space could become as common as flying across the globe. The Starship program is at the heart of these future ambitions. Designed to carry large numbers of passengers and heavy cargo, Starship could make space tourism and deep space missions a reality. SpaceX has already announced plans to send private passengers on lunar missions, and they're working toward making this a regular part of human life, not just a distant dream. Musk's vision goes beyond Mars. He often talks about humanity becoming a multiplanetary species with colonies on the Moon, Mars, and potentially beyond. It's a future where human life exists not just on Earth but across the solar system, exploring new worlds and expanding our reach into the cosmos. What do you think about SpaceX's vision? If given the chance, would you go to space or even move to another planet? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Who knows, you might just be part of the next era of space exploration. From humble beginnings and near disasters to revolutionary breakthroughs and dreams of Mars, SpaceX has completely changed the way we think about space travel. It's not just a company launching rockets, it's an engine driving one of humanity's boldest visions, becoming a multiplanetary species. SpaceX's journey reminds us that innovation and persistence can turn the impossible into reality, proving that even the stars are within our reach. The story of SpaceX isn't over yet. With ambitious missions on the horizon, advancements in reusable rocket technology, and the growing possibility of interplanetary travel, we're standing on the edge of a new era. In just a few years, we might witness regular people traveling to space, Mars becoming a realistic goal, and ideas we once thought were science fiction coming to life. SpaceX has shown us that there's no limit to human curiosity and ambition. If you found this journey through SpaceX's story as fascinating as we did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Join us as we explore more stories of innovation, discovery, and the future of space travel. And let us know in the comments, would you take a trip to space if you had the chance? Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.